So my name is Ian Smith.
My name is Nicholas Tenzin, and I'm with Funding Change.
We are a fundraising platform for nonprofits. We allow, empower nonprofits to do online raffles.
Hey, I'm Travis Strager, founder of Passages Media and co-founder of Quality Concepts, and I'm a client at North Forge and get mentorship here.
A mentor is valuable for an entrepreneur in every way. Obviously for guidance, depending, some entrepreneurs have done things before, but if you've never done anything before in the space, and you never run a business before, obviously a mentor gives you that insight. A lot of times a mentor can have some insight into some blind spots that you haven't had, things that you haven't thought of, an objective point of view. So that's huge. And then the other piece of it is just someone to encourage you along the way. So that's an invaluable part of having a mentor.
You have to be on your toes. You have to be taking things home and thinking about them actively, and you have to be passionate about your project.
You kind of have to put your big boy pants on or your big girl pants on and be okay with being challenged. I think sometimes as entrepreneurs we can have some optimism bias. We think that the world's going to love everything we do, but a mentor is great. It's sometimes not easy to hear, but they ask the questions that you really do need the answers to. Sometimes you don't want the answers to them, but a mentor is great at being able to ask those questions.
Things that you should be asking them before you engage with them would be to describe some of their successes, and oftentimes more importantly their failures, because you just want to know that they've got the character to push through the tough situations, because that's what you're going to need help with.
North Forge talks about having an iron will, and I'd be lying if I said that every day I woke up the will was iron. Sometimes it's not that strong, and so you need good people around you, including mentors who can just, again, have weathered storms. I know our mentor said at one point in time, there's always an answer. And knowing when you come up against an obstacle that there's always an answer, and knowing that somebody who's been through these types of obstacles can say that to you and look at you with a straight face and assure you that you're going to get through it is absolutely huge in terms of a startup coming to market.
I would definitely recommend that if you're a young entrepreneur, get in touch with somebody at North Forge, set up a meeting about potentially becoming a client.
It was at one point in time when our mentor came and dropped in, and it was a particularly tough week with a particularly tough set of challenges that we were trying to navigate. And when he sat down and said, so what do we need to talk about today? It basically became more of a counseling session than anything else. And he said, that's okay, I spend 40% of my time is that. So it's just, it's someone who you can bounce ideas off of, you can bounce fears off of, and worries and concerns, and someone who can look back at you and say, it's going to be okay, we're going to get through this. And so I think for me, that's been the biggest value for me. The biggest thing I've taken away from this experience is just having somebody in your corner, having someone who has your back, having an extra resource when you think that you're tapped out and you don't know where to go. You have someone to call who can point you in the right direction. It's just, that's an amazing thing.